Hey y'all, it's the Commitment Coach here to give you all the first installment of The Hype, which is my new YouTube series all about holy yet practical encouragement for you all. Today, our first lesson is priority and prosperity and how to activate a good life. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the lesson. What is a good life? A good life is a well-balanced life, right? So we want to have a combination of balance and wellness in our careers, in our relationships, and in our experiences. So a good life is a well-balanced life. Think about the story of Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Many people dislike Goldilocks. They're like, why is she breaking in them people's house, taking all their stuff? Goldilocks was just in search of a well-balanced life. She didn't want her food too hot or too cold. She didn't want to sleep in a bed that was too firm or too soft. She knew what it meant to be in search of balance. So we want to take a note from Goldilocks and be in search of balance and leading a good life. How do we have a good life? We want to avoid extremes like being lackadaisical where nothing is important to us. We don't want to be overcommitted where everything is important to us. We have to find a place right in the middle. So I'm going to tell you a few steps or things that you can apply on how to do this. How should you prioritize? The first thing you can do is categorize your activities. So you want to figure out, what are you doing that's work related? What are you doing that's health related? What are you doing that's related to socializing, improving your intellect, etc.? All these different categories. After you do that, then you're going to determine your values. You're going to figure out how much time you're spending in each of those categories, and then determine how do you feel about the time that you're putting in each of those categories. Like, oh, I'm putting enough time in here. I'm putting way too much time in here. I'm not putting enough time in this category. That's how you're going to determine your values as well as determine what you should prioritize. Once you determine your priorities, then you can start to manage your resources. Your resources include your time, your money, as well as your energy. A person who manages their resources well is managing their stress as well as their happiness. So managing your resources is key to managing your stress as well as your happiness. Now let's talk about prosperity. Prosperity is when you align your actions to your beliefs. So your actions were those things that you categorize, all the different activities that you do. Your beliefs is when you decide whether or not those things are important to you. Someone who wants to prosper or have good wealth, they should prioritize their earning and their spending. If someone wants to prosper in health, they need to prioritize fitness as well as healthy eating habits. Someone who wants to prosper in love, they need to first prioritize self-care and then also develop a community of care. Prioritizing leads to prosperity. In Matthew 6:33, it says, "But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, then all these things will be added unto you as well." So in chapter 6 of the book of Matthew, I'm talking about in the Bible, God is teaching us that we don't have to worry about earthly treasures or even having health, because God knows exactly what we need and he provides it. He instructs us not to worry. So having a good life is having a life without worry. Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
What a wonderful phrase.
Hakuna Matata.
Ain't no passing craze.
It means no worries for the rest of your days.
It's our problem-free philosophy.
Hakuna Matata.
I am living an amazing life. I live a great life. I go beyond good and I'm living a great life. And so I want to be a blessing to other people. I'm going to give away 2 G's in order to bless someone else. Your first G is to have gratitude. Be thankful for the things that you already have. Your second G is get. Get up and go get the things that you want. So in order for you to have a good life, you need to have a well-balanced life. You're going to prioritize and determine the things that are important to you. Be grateful for the things you have, and then get up and go get the things that you want by prioritizing and using your resources, which is your time, your energy, as well as your money, in order to meet those goals. I am Janae, aka The Commitment Coach. I hope you learned a lot from this. If you want more, connect with me at www.365commit.com.